All right, guys, we're here hardwiring our 4K mirror dash cam. We got our yellow ACC voltage wire, got our red constant voltage wire, and our ground cable we're going to attach there to our strut bar. Here we're just doing a quick mock setup, making sure everything's connected properly and working properly. Then we'll go from there. Stay tuned. All right, so we got our wires for our rear camera. As you can see, here's all our wires there. We took them all the way up through here, all the way around, tucking it all up here. And then we still got a little bit more wire to tuck. And this is our rear cam. Everything is working fine, by the way. Our front camera's working. Our rear cam, we got our GPS working. Everything's working fine, so we know we're hooked up properly. Well, we're going to mount this right here, and it's going to be aiming outwards, looking down. That way we don't have to do any drilling. We can just mount it with some double-sided tape, and it'll be aiming right out to the outside. So that's where we're at now. All right, so we have it mounted right here at the top of the back hatch. And so when we open the hatch, it won't even be affected. So, all right, so as you can see, we have the hatch open and that's unaffected, the rear camera. Also, we didn't have to do any drilling. So this is a really nice way to mount this. Now, obviously I have to adjust this. I'm gonna tighten this up and, all right guys, so we finally installed our 4K mirror dash cam. As you can see, the wires are nice and neat there. We end up mounting our voltage protector here. We end up putting our ground cable here right on top of our strut bar, just adding a nut right to the top of it. This was the most convenient location to put it. We did have to drill one hole through this piece of plastic here, but that's no big deal. Now, as far as routing the wire inside of the vehicle, there was already a grommet hole, as you can see down there, already there with a rubber grommet attached to it. So I just removed the rubber grommet and ran the wire through and put back on the rubber grommet. Now it's perfectly sealed and fine. Now, the most difficult part about this installation was figuring out which fuse to tap into. And I made sure I didn't use any of the major components, such as the computer and things like that. I made sure that I used something that I never used. It's a minor component. So this is our ACC. We tapped into there, and this is our constant wire. Our red is our constant because the way we wired it, our red is our constant and our yellow is our ACC. So that way, it's recording when the vehicle's on. When the vehicle shuts off, it goes to parking mode. So nice and neat. And then we recessed the wires. We did have to trim a little bit of the fuse box there so that when we shut it, it's not pinching, the box isn't pinching against the wires. And we did the same thing for this side, as you can see here. Small little cut, no big deal. So that way, as you can see, when we close it, it'll be recessed. So water won't be able to get in there the way we did it. And what we may have to do is just take a sanding disc and smooth it out. Other than that, it's sealed nice and tight on both sides. Just snap this shut. So we got our wires all protected. Everything's sealed nice and tight, watertight. So now let's go check out the inside, how it operates. So as you can see, it's always recording. So you're going to get that red dot on there all the time. Now this display, you can set this to where it shuts off after 30 seconds, after a minute, or 30 minutes or whatever, by going to the screensaver. Right now it's off. So that way when it's off, the screen is always on. The dash cam screen is always on. And I'm leaving it on just for the sake of this video, but normally I would have it on 30 seconds so it can cut off after 30 seconds. And it'll still be recording, but it's just the screensaver will be off. Now, this is our front cam. As you can see, it's in 4K resolution, crystal clear. Swipe left, that's our rear cam, and we have that mounted inside the vehicle. Swipe again, it shows both cameras, front camera and the rear cam. The front camera I have it's in 4K, and the rear camera is in 2K. That's the highest resolution it'll be displayed and recorded in, is 2K for the rear cam. But the front cam, as you can see how much clearer it is, it's in 4K. Also, because you can see the lines from my back window, that's why it's probably not as clear as this is as well. Now, if we swipe right, it goes into our logged files. Right now, we don't have any in it because I just formatted the SD card. So if you swipe right, all your files, your recorded videos will show here. You can check them and then press delete if you want to delete them. But now we'll get out of this menu. So if you swipe down, it'll go into all your settings. As you can see, it's in 4K resolution. If we tap on it, it'll go to 2K. Loop record, I have set for 5 minutes. By default, it comes set at 3 minutes. The audio, you can turn it on or off. I leave it on. G sensor. Now this is very important to keep it on low or middle, because if you have it on high, it'll record any and everything, the slightest sound, the slightest movement, anything. It'll be constantly recording, and what it will do is, even though I have mine hardwired, what it does is it drains the internal battery inside the camera, and then switch this to low. You don't want the G sensor on high. Keep it on low or middle. I have it on low, just that's the safest setting to have it on. So you'll run into problems if you keep your G sensor on high. It has a parking guard. Now the parking guard, keep that on. So the parking guard, the screen is off when it's in parking guard. You shut off your vehicle, this shuts off, but it's like in standby mode. But if it detects any impact or anything like that, then the parking guard will go into recording mode and save your files. License, I don't know why they have that. You can put your license plate on there. Screensaver, I have that off, obviously. Turn that back on. Video encode. That enables you to utilize your micro SD card space. Frequency is on 60 Hertz. This prevents it from flickering. Keep it on 60, not 50. I want to go back. Just by tapping it, it goes back to 60. USB mode, you're able to actually unplug this and hook it up to your computer and upload the firmware or whatever, or charge it or whatever you have to do. Mirror image, this pertains to the rear camera. We want to turn that off. And what it does, it just flips it in vertical mode. I don't even know why they have it like that, because you get much of a wider angle in horizontal mode, so why would you want it in vertical mode? Key voice, I have that off. It's like a voice when it powers on, it makes this music or whatever. Speaker on, you can change the volumes, middle, high. I'll put it on middle. Middle. Boot sound, turn that off. It's an irritating sound, sort of like a Kingslim default sound when it boots up. Stream media just means that turn it back on, that it records in real time when it's recording, while it's recording, like right now. That's just called stream media. Language, English, and you got your date and time. Now that date and time automatically sets to your car's date and time, as long as it's hardwired. Format, that's when you format the SD card. And you can do like a quick format, fast format. I don't have anything that I need in there anyway, so, and it's just that quick. Default. Restore your factory. Nope, we don't want to do that right now. Shows you the version. Kingslim 12 Pro 20 whatever version that is, V1. GPS test. So yeah, my GPS is working fine. As you can see, all the numbers going up and down, positioning, everything's working fine. And we have that mounted onto the right of the windshield. Got your time zone. Get back out of there. Come on. Okay, tap on it. Speed testing, speed calibration. Just keep that on 0 because it's my speedometer is reading. My speed is reading fine according to the GPS when I look at the screen. Speed setting, 99 miles an hour. So I got it all the way up on 99. So you'll get an alert if you go over 99 miles per hour. That's pretty cool. Speed unit, kilometers or miles per hour, mph. And that is all the settings. Go back. That's our front cam again. Rear cam. If you hold on the right side, you can adjust the brightness. If you hold on the left side, you can adjust the camera angle. That's for the front and the rear. So that's really nice. So this has many different features. Really pleased with this purchase. We have it fully hardwired. Everything is working fine. So I'll do a review on this after about a month. I'll do a full review on this. But in the meantime, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Alex Ortiz Life signing off.